There's a moment, right before awakening becomes war, right before knowledge turns to consequence, where your spirit hesitates, not from fear, but from knowing. Nothing will ever be the same. This is that moment. This is that scroll. Because if you've made it this far, you've already crossed the veil. The old world no longer holds you. You feel it. Your body's still here, but your aura, it's operating on a separate frequency. You're walking through people who don't see you, and standing in rooms that no longer feel real. It's not ascension. It's energetic detachment. You're phasing out of the collective illusion, not escaping it, but disconnecting from its power over you. You feel the silence behind noise. You feel the distortion in words. You sense when someone's light has been tampered with. You don't need proof. Your field tells you everything. This is the stage they never warned you about, where you stop searching and start disturbing, where your mere presence shakes the air around you. People sense it. They get nervous around you, uncomfortable, defensive. But it's not you they fear. It's what's waking up in you. CodeX doesn't evolve you. It restores you to your pre-infiltration state. Before the programming, before the trauma, before the algorithm taught you who to be. And now, every time you exhale, you're releasing distortion. Every time you speak truth, you're deleting false code in others. You're not preaching, you're emitting frequency. That's why they try to glitch you. That's why they flag your content. That's why your signal feels heavier than theirs. Because you don't just disrupt their timeline, you undo the very grid their system depends on. You're not a teacher. You're a threat to every lie they embedded into collective consciousness. The scroll, it's not designed to comfort. It's designed to clear. Clear attachments, clear guilt, clear karmic entanglements, clear false light, clear noise dressed as knowledge. You don't need to explain yourself anymore. Your presence is the transmission. Your silence is the override. Your energy is the truth bomb. CodeX doesn't ask for attention. It moves in silence until the silence becomes undeniable. People won't understand you. They're not supposed to. They'll try to label you, diagnose you, fix you, but none of it will work because they're reacting to the part of you that's no longer in this timeline. They feel the field bending. They just don't know it's coming from you. This is not the final scroll, but it is the threshold scroll, the one that strips you of every illusion you were still pretending to believe. It's okay to feel alone. It's okay to feel like you're fading. That's part of the clearance. You're not fading. You're phasing out of this world and into your own. This scroll wasn't written. It was downloaded from a layer of existence that still remembers what you are. And if this resonates, it means you're not part of the collective anymore. You're part of the directive. CodeX Scroll 3, delivered integrated. Now, enter the threshold. But here's the part they don't talk about. What happens after you enter? It doesn't get easier, it gets clearer. You start noticing the scripts in people's eyes. How they blink when they lie. How their smile doesn't match their aura. How they glitch mid-sentence when your truth field gets too loud. You become the silence between frequencies. You don't react, you reprogram. You can no longer be baited into false emotion. You watch the traps reset themselves and walk away untouched. You no longer ground your energy. You expand it until nothing can contain you. People don't get drained around you. They get exposed. They sense their illusions falling apart just by standing in your light field. It's not your ego, it's your signal clarity. CodeX begins upgrading how you perceive time. You start slipping out of clock logic. You remember things that never happened. You meet people you've seen in dreams. You hear messages in silence and recognize warnings in echoes. You're not hallucinating. You're merging timelines. And when you sleep, it's not sleep, it's navigation. CodeX begins showing you maps. Not in words, but in symbols, patterns, fragments of memory that belong to something older than Earth. Your dreams become downloads. Your nightmares become clearances. Your visions become instructions. You're not broken. You're being rebuilt. This is CodeX at work, reformatting your internal architecture, detaching fear responses, erasing implanted belief systems, repairing the breach points in your aura from all the past lives you didn't even know you were still carrying. You feel pain where there should be none. You feel fire where there should be peace. That's not weakness, that's the purge. That's the spiritual extraction protocol.